Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Bob Hope, consumer advocate David Horowitz, cowboy poet Kay Kelly, and Rodney Nelson in a special awards presentation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Now, be honest, did I see this group in Palm Springs mooning from a convertible? Wow. Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
I think that you're in this mood because there was a full moon, I think, last night. You're kind of a holdover. And you make up for last night. I hate to talk about audiences who were here the night before, but they're probably out of state now. They were not too swift. Their mice didn't go all the way up the clock last night. No, seriously, we had an audience last night. It was the kind of people who spend their afternoons looking through those holes in construction fences. Anyway, our head NBC page informed me that you were in line long enough tonight for me to declare you as dependents on my income tax. Boy, that's good. You're the right audience tonight because we're doing a sketch later for you. The Mighty Carson Art Players. You're here on a memorable night. Because if this piece of business works tonight, we're putting it up for an award. And it has to do with award shows. Did you always want to be a fireman?
That's my spring break outfit.
What? Is that your spring break?
Yeah.
Get down. That's nice. I just saw Bob Hope backstage, which means one of two things. Either Bob's got a special coming up or war broke out. You're going to have a nice Easter weekend?
Yeah.
Man, it's good. Easter in California, it's a lovely holiday, you know. But in Beverly Hills, for example, the kids they're a little on the rich side. And you know what they do there? They send their Easter eggs to Ted Turner to be colorized. Is the standby audience still here? I read in the paper today, they made a survey in the city of Chicago. They asked 480 people, because, you know, everybody gets these chocolate Easter bunnies, right, for Easter. And the question was, which part of the Easter bunny do you eat first? 97% of the people said they bite off the ear first. All right, we got 500. I'm going to take an informal survey. How many here in the audience, if you had a little chocolate bunny, would bite the ear off first? Okay. How many would you of you would have a few beers and eat the Easter lilies first? That's what I figured. In Washington, they had the annual Easter egg hunt on the White House lawn. So far, they turned up 700 eggs and 6 secret memos that Reagan wrote to the Contras. Tonight, by the way, you will have already played because we're a little later than the show, but NBC is rerunning tonight the 1960 version of Peter Pan starring Mary Martin. Now, how many of you saw the original in 1960? Any of you here? You ought to see it tonight. ABC was going to make a new version starring Roseanne Barr. But during the taping, the wire broke and 6 lost boys were crushed to death. Everybody's pretty excited about that Peter Pan telecast. So today, Pete Rose called his bookie. Put $10 on Captain Hook. Pete Rose, he's a great ball player, right? Charlie Hustle, but he's having his problems, and that's kind of sad. Today we found out he's being sued by the estate of the Three Stooges for stealing Moe's haircut. And I'm so glad Fawn Hall is back in the news. Kind of missed her. She's a stunning-looking girl, isn't she? She continued her testimony today in the Oliver North trial, and she said that every morning she'd come into work, you know, say, "Good morning, Mr. North." First thing she'd say is, he'd say to us, "Fawn, shred a letter." Fawn Hall makes a rather sympathetic witness. She broke down on the stand the other day, sobbing, and 6 of the male jurors handed her pick-me-up bouquets. She couldn't control herself. She even sobbed in the hallway with the interview with Doug Llewellyn. Newsweek magazine had an interesting survey this week. They asked people about heaven and hell. Found out that 70% of Americans believe in heaven. 91% think it will be peaceful. 74% think there will be humor. And 42% think there will be no commercials. And 87% of the people said their idea of hell was waiting in line for eternity at the Department of Motor Vehicles next to an Herbalife salesman wearing a seersucker suit. Would that do it? Okay. President Bush spoke to the nation this morning. How many of you saw it? Thank you, Mrs. Bush. That's nice. One person. George is really off to a flying stop, isn't he? Anyway, he did speak to the nation this morning, folks, and since none of you saw it, let me tell you what he said. He announced a bipartisan agreement on Nicaragua. We're going to send the Contras $40 million worth of non-lethal aid, which means, of course, no fresh fruit or vegetables. Not much else is going on in Washington. They are investigating Speaker of the House Jim Wright. You know about that? For ethics violation. And now they're pushing for a higher minimum wage. He is, because that's in a few weeks. He may be earning it. Joke in there somewhere. What I'm going to tell you is a true item. In a catalog currently on the market. You get a lot of catalogs at home? Okay. There is an advertisement for a nuclear attack-proof mailbox. They describe it as made out of tensile carbon steel or something like that. And in the catalog, it's a mailbox. It can survive an atomic blast within 4 miles of ground zero. Does it give you a... Now, does it give you a comforting thought to know that you're dead, but your sweepstakes envelope from Ed is safe? Wow. You may be dead, but you may already have won. We got the perfect audience tonight, believe me. Mr. Bob Hope is here. David Horowitz. And we have a couple of cowboy poets for you. Kay Kelly and Rodney Nelson are here, so stay where you are.
Before the tears have dried, before the wonder is gone, before the moment is lost forever, we take it and share it with you like nobody else. Before it's a memory it's Polaroid.
The boy who cried wolf.
Help! My Isuzu Trooper's stuck in the mud. Ha ha! My Trooper has four-wheel drive and a powerful engine, so it won't get stuck. Help! I can't fit all this firewood in my Trooper. Ha ha! It can carry all this and 5 adults. Help! Whoa! I'll never lie again. I'll never lie again. Help! Whoa!
Now you can save up to $900 on the versatile Trooper.
There's a great new casual look in men's pants at Ayers.
I ran over a mailbox and proceeded to clean the oil pan out of my mother's Corvair until the car ran out of oil, and then I burned up the engine.
100% cotton Dockers when you wear what you want to wear.
And then my dad grounded me for a long...
And you got a nickname out of that. Slip.
Levi's 100% cotton Dockers. If you're not wearing Dockers, you're just wearing pants.
P is part.
R if you want to go backward.
The R is for race.
Dockers, $28.99 during Ayers spring sale.
Here's some news the Noid won't like. Domino's Pan Pizza. Thick, chewy crust smothered with cheese and toppings and delivered in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed. Sorry, Noid. Call for Domino's Pan Pizza. Nobody delivers better.
Try new Domino's Pan Pizza. It's smothered in almost a half pound of real dairy cheese, and it's delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed.
All right. Okay, good on. If, I don't know, we got a good show tonight. David Horowitz, I forgot to mention David, I think, in the billboard, and then we have Cowboy Poets, Kay Kelly and Rodney Nelson, and we, the Mighty Carson Harp Players, are presenting our version of an official award show later this evening, if it works out. What can I say about my first guest? He's truly a remarkable man, and busy as usual. Bob will be in Atlantic City at the Showboat Hotel and Casino on April 8th and 9th. He'll be at Detroit at the Fox Theater, April 12th to the 16th, and you probably know his television special, Bob Hope's Easter Vacation from the Bahamas. I start to talk like Bob. We'll be on Saturday at 8 on NBC right here. Would you welcome Mr. Bob Hope?
What an audience is.
Is this?
Are they drunk?
Don't you?
God, they're drunk.
Bob said, what an audience. Are they drunk? I said, I don't know.
Are they beautiful?
Holiday season. How are happy holidays? Good to see you. Good to
Thank
see
you very much. Thank you.
Somebody gave me the appearances you have been on today. I don't know how you do it. You were on the Today Show today, Entertainment Tonight, cable news, cable network.
It's all in my backyard.
You broadcast, right?
Kidding. They come there, and I just put a golf hat on or something and go out and talk to them. It's a cinch,
and send it up the satellite?
And it slows me up for the golf course, but I do it.
Yeah. You used to play that little golf course you have on the, you've got a 3-hole golf course?
No, but I have the lakeside right around the corner, 5 minutes, and I
yeah.
Get over there, try to get my money back.
Yeah. How do you, I've talked about this before. I still find it remarkable. You can do all these things, look like you do, never seem to be tired.
Well, you know what, you're working too hard. 3 hours a week, my God. I'm worried about you.
You want me to just set these up for you? You can jump in there and bury me? I'm a great straight man. I'll just set them up and you can whack away here.
I mean...
Why the Bahamas? Easter,
you know that Rich Little does you more than you do? I like that.
That's 2 for the old person. Or the older person, I should say. Yeah. Hey, you're looking good.
I feel good.
Now, why the Bahamas? Last time you were down in Florida somewhere?
You know, we found out that we played in Fort Lauderdale about a year ago, and we had the biggest rating. Why?
I don't know.
Because people up north like to see people enjoying themselves, you know, in the sun. I guess that's the reason. Then we
That's
went
not a
down
bad idea.
again to the Royal Viking and Williams Island, did another show down there.
Yeah.
And it was big, and when they invited us to the Bahamas, I love the Bahamas because I used to own part of a golf course with Perry Como down there. I
You're
used to go
kidding.
down there quite a bit. And it's a beautiful spot. They have, this place is a big gambling place, the Crystal Casino,
Yeah.
and it's great.
You
And-
gamble?
Huh?
You gamble at all?
No, I wouldn't even eat a fruit salad. No, I don't.
I'm getting killed here, folks.
I really don't gamble, but I found out down there that you can get free drinks in the casino. And I went in for a beer, and it cost me $2,700.
Yeah.
There.
You're on a roll. I'll just sit here. You don't swim or you don't go snorkeling or scuba diving, any of that stuff, do you?
No, hell no.
Have you ever done that? What do you mean, hell no?
Scuba diving?
Scuba diving with a tank. Haven't you ever done
What
that?
kind of club do you use?
If they had underwater golf, you'd do it, right?
I guess so.
You'd do it. Who you got? Now, I hear there was a press report. You had LaToya Jackson on. You have her on the show.
LaToya Jackson, yeah.
But she did a dance number, and the NBC censor got a little bit, I don't know, nervous or something, and wanted her to
thrilled
come.
me because I didn't know they had a censor anymore.
Yes.
And they saw this thing. Rick Ledwin,
Yeah.
saw it. And they had a close shot of the three of them, two guys and her bumping, and they knocked the camera over.
Yeah.
So I thought pre-Easter, I thought it'd be a pretty good idea if they edited things.
So they just kind of
They went
softened a
for the
little
long
bit?
shot. She's beautiful,
Yeah.
Beautiful gal.
Remember the years ago when the Presley was first on the Ed Sullivan Show and they would not shoot him below the waist?
That's right. They wouldn't.
They would not shoot him below the waist.
But she out Pelvis' Elvis.
Yeah. I gotta sneak one in here soon.
Beautiful thing, boy. There was a big thing in the tabloids that it was Michael impersonating her. And there was only one person.
I've read that.
But did you see the Playboy thing?
I did.
I happened to be reading the articles, and I just turned a page, and there you can tell the difference.
That's right.
Pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful.
Yeah, she's a lovely lady. Did you have your back in the Bahamas? Wasn't Eastern Airlines? How'd you get down there?
Eastern Airlines?
Yeah, weren't they on strike or what?
I like to have a plane with all the wings. I'm a funny fella. I like to have the same amount of wings when I land as when we take off. No, I shouldn't say that about because they're a damn good airline outfit. And they'll start flying any day now.
Yeah, I hope so.
But they're touchy in the airports when you fly out. Now, they search you so damn much,
Does that bother you?
And that metal detector. I waited an hour the other day. I couldn't figure it out. It was Mr. T trying to get through the metal detector. Well, now, what do you think?
Okay. Well, so somebody said Donald Trump went through and his heart set off the metal detector.
Donald Trump? Donald Trump?
He does 5, get applause. I do 1, you boo. Okay, we're gonna have
surprised. Is that Donald Trump?
Donald
I'm
Trump.
surprised you mentioned anybody with more money than you. I just can't figure out.
more money than me.
That's pretty damn nice. That's pretty damn nice, I'll tell you. That's big of you.
Oh, you're getting all this out tonight, aren't you, huh? Well, I just picked up what you dropped in the hall the last few years, in your many years here. So you got LaToya Jackson. Who else you got on the show?
Oh, we got Barbara Mandrell. We do Casablanca. It's a takeoff on Casablanca.
I would guess that,
And
yeah.
Barbara Mandrell plays Ingrid Bergman. I play Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart.
Slick Snare. And Tony Randall, who's wild. Tony Randall. I never see him that funny on your show. He comes down and talks about cigarettes or something.
Yeah?
He is so funny on this show.
Yeah.
And he does Paul Henry. No, that had nothing to do with you.
Sure,
No.
That's all right.
And LaToya plays Samantha at the piano. So we can say,
play it again?
Play it again, Sam, And Andy Williams plays the drunk American that comes in betting on everything. And that's the sketch,
All
Casablanca.
right. Is that what we're going to see in this sketch? Or this film clip? Bits and pieces we're seeing of this.
This thing here?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they're starting with, but I was doing a tribute. And that place is beautiful, but it's a windy day, and you'll see what I mean. I think they start with it, if not...
Okay, watch the monitors. Odds and ends from Bob's show.
I want
want to thank all my fabulous guests who helped make our visit to this tropical paradise so memorable and so much fun. How thankful...
You know, all of you fellas have been raving about these beautiful women on the beach, but the muscular, tan, gorgeous guy that I saw on the beach today was not to be believed.
Gee, I tried not to be too obvious.
And of course, you know, the American Revolution was fixed.
Fixed?
Yes, I have it on very good authority that Paul Revere's horse was on steroids. You want me to believe these are just ordinary hard-boiled Easter eggs?
They're not hard-boiled at all. These are the new George Bush Easter eggs. They're kinder and gentler. Latoya, can we talk about your being in the March Playboy?
Sure. Did you see my pictures?
Well, I'll say one thing. You sure topped your brother Michael, I'll tell you that.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, he only took off one glove.
I'd like you to meet my wife. I take it you two know each other.
Yeah, I know Elsie. And I hate her.
And I know Slick. And I can't stand his guts.
Well, there's no need to fight over it, is there?
You know, I'm doing everything here in Nassau. I'm enjoying the sun and the beaches. But the most fun I have is playing golf.
No kidding. Yeah. And how about if I get my clubs and join you some morning?
Sure. I don't have to have fun every day.
Hi. Well, Elroy, where were you?
I just lost my thing. I got lost.
You sure you found everything? What do you call those things?
My feet. They may look a little strange, but they kept me out of the Army.
Okay. We have to do this. We're coming right back. Stay where you are.
Oh, Mother, I'm so proud of Emma. She just baked her first cake. And Albert Jr., well, he helped lick the beater.
Remember when the best things in life were sweet, pure, and natural? One still is. Sugar.
If you're a business spending over $120 a month in long-distance services, and you think that you're saving 20 to 30% with another carrier, we want you to try AT&T Pro Watts. We'll waive the installation charges, waive the change charges, and if you're not satisfied and agree that we have the best value, price, and quality, at the end of 90 days, we'll pay to put you back on your other long-distance vendor. You can save 10 to 38% on AT&T long distance. Call us, 1-800-222-0400.
Coming on video cassette, Jeff Bridges in the performance of his life.
In 5 years, we're going to put the big three out of business.
Academy Award nominee Martin Landau.
You're going to be dead and buried by the big three.
Tucker, the man in his dream, from Paramount. Reserve your copy today.
We're stuck on a desert island. Would you rather have a mattress, a stereo, or a book?
I majored in East Asian religion.
That way he can order in a Chinese restaurant.
Has anybody seen a UFO?
America has been host to EBs.
Oh, sure. What are EBs?
What are EBs? They are extraterrestrial beings. EBs and the GBs.
Levi's 100% cotton Dockers. If you're not wearing Dockers, you're just wearing pants.
You need a name when you're the eighth wonder of the world? Come on.
No, you just call you 8.
These are just some of the people who bought cars before visiting a Nissan dealer for his spring sales drive. They didn't know they could get a new Pulsar for 7.9 financing or $750 cash back. They didn't realize they could get a new Stanza for 7.9 financing or $1,000 cash back. So don't miss the Nissan spring sales drive. It could save you a lot of money and a lot of headaches. See your nearest Nissan dealer now.
We're back. We're talking with Bob Hope.
I don't want that sympathy stuff.
You know, one night on here, we conned you into doing your theme song, which you did originally, if I remember, in the big broadcast of 1936 called Thanks for the Memory. I mean, that became your signature, your theme after all these years.
Right.
You did another number, did you not? I Can't Get Started in a Picture?
I Can't Get Started with You. It wasn't in a picture at all. It was in the Ziegfeld Follies.
What year?
Of 1935 and 36.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that requested is Freddie D. Cordova.
That's right.
There, who was the stage manager.
That's what I found out. I didn't know that.
He was the
You
guy
did
that
very
started.
well then, and I assume you'll do it very well tonight.
That's right. We even, first of all, he tried to get out of it.
I don't do it for this kind of money.
He tried.
It was the thing. It was actually the song that got me in the pictures.
Yeah. Anyway, we got,
this,
you said,
producer
first he tried to get out of it. He says, I don't remember the lyrics.
And director
We put him
came
down.
back to see me, and I was doing it with a beautiful redheaded show gal who later turned out to be Eve Arden.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have the lyrics.
Well, we took care of that. We got them on cards over there.
Can you see him?
Barney's not here, but Bob Lasky's here.
You really want me to do it?
You betcha. Yes. Get over.
Yeah. That's me? I've flown around the world in a plane. I've settled revolutions in Spain. The North Pole I have charted, but I can't get started with you. Round a golf course, I'm under par. And all the movies want me to star. I got a house, a showplace, but I get no place with you. You're so supreme. Lyrics I write of you scheme just for a sight of you. Dream both day and night of you. And what good does it do? In 1929, I sold short. In England, I presented at court. But you've got me downhearted, 'cause I can't get started with you.
Yeah. We'll be back.
Vacuum people. I just finished vacuuming. It was not what you'd call a magical moment. Not even close.
Then get ready for power. Eureka ESP Extra Suction Power. Power that can pick up dirt from under your rug. 50% more power. Power that can cut your cleaning time in half. Well,
Great. Now you tell me.
Eureka ESP. The power to sweep you off your feet.
College for me it's a 24-hour job.
It's 10:52 and time for an early midnight snack.
Like, especially at night, I can eat a Snickers and then I can concentrate. Snickers gets rid of my hunger and my mind is on my studying.
Snickers bar. Fresh roasted peanuts, peanut butter nougat, caramel and milk chocolate.
It's just good.
Packed with peanuts, Snickers really satisfies.
Snickers really satisfies you. Taste the Sprite I like. And yeah. Sprite, oh, I like the Sprite in you. The Sprite inside and out, you know it makes me want to shout. That's what I like in you. I like the Sprite in you. See, lime is that twist of unexpected. Every day on my days, I like the Sprite in you.
On late night, singer Chaka Khan, plus Jack Clover and his frogs.
I'll bet he'd be good on a cracker.
A late-night treat. Tonight, the face of daytime drama is changing. Be there for the beginning of Generations, Monday.
My S15 pickup gets me to work Monday through Friday, but it's best on Saturdays. It's got plenty of room in the extended cab and a smooth ride. It's dependable, and it does things a car just can't. I even saved $1,900 on options with a value package. With 4.3-liter power available and the security of rear-wheel anti-lock brakes, the decision to buy was even easier. GMC Truck. It's not just a truck anymore.
Get $750 cash back on new S15 pickups for savings up to $2,650. The Cosby Show is moving to 6:30 starting April 3rd.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may wonder why I've changed into formal wear. This promises to be a memorable evening. All of you are here on a most auspicious tonight. You may have seen the limousines pulling up outside, the mighty Klieg lights sweeping the sky. It all has to do with a little something we call showbiz. This crazy town loves awards, and who can blame them? They love giving awards. They love getting awards. They love their mantelpieces because that's where they keep their awards. That's why a lot of awards have that strange, smoky smell. But finally, there's an award show equal to this town, and here to tell you all about it is our very own Ed McMahon.
Ah, the glamour, Johnny. The pageantry. Tinseltown is at its tinseliest tonight. Every star in the Hollywood heavens is turned out to gape at the spectacle as the kings and queens of the celluloid kingdom come to claim their crowns. Yes, all of Hollywood has donned their finery for this, the movie industry's biggest night. The first annual Sniveling Weasel's Choice Awards.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ed McMahon. Yes, it's been a long road to this night. You can smell the excitement and the weasel. But first, let me explain how the awards work. We have kept the weasel in a cardboard box backstage with holes punched in the top until tonight. As you can see, we have a ramp leading to 5 bowls, each filled with Purina weasel chow, and each bowl bearing the name of a nominee. The bowl the weasel eats from will identify the winner. The other 4 bowls go back to the dessert carousel in the commissary. Now, to ensure that the awards go smoothly this evening, the weasel has been kept away from the backstage wine and cheese buffet. And we should point out this award carries a special prestige since the winners are chosen by the actual weasel that pays to see the movies. Now, in award show tradition, for no reason at all, here's a representative from the accounting firm of Newsom, Newsom, and Newsom. Thank you, sir, for joining us. Thank you, sir. Good evening. Are you Mr. Newsom?
He couldn't make it.
How about Mr. Newsom?
He's having trouble with his parrot.
And where's Mr. Newsom?
Speaking.
And if you think that was pointless, you're in for a treat. But before we begin, should the weasel have trouble making up its mind or getting from the gate to the nominees' bowls, he'll be prompted along by our official designated weasel whacker, the lovely Lenore. Give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Thank you. Yes, the lovely Lenore with her weasel whacker. We just hope to God she never has to use it. And now, folks, the moment is here. The moment that all Hollywood has been waiting for. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actress in a Leading Role are Glenn Close, Jodie Foster, Melanie Griffith, Meryl Streep, and Sigourney Weaver. Somewhere there are 5 hearts beating a little faster right now. And people, I might mention, who are sensitive to extreme spectacle may wish to avert their eyes. And the winner is Release the Weasel. Lovely Lenore opens the Weasel, makes his first appearance, looks at Lenore, comes down the ramp, making a choice, goes over here, looks at Sigourney, Meryl Streep, Jodie Foster, pauses for a moment, back. He's not quite sure. The Weasel's somewhat nervous. Obviously not quite sure where the votes are. Come on, Weasel, let us make a move here. There, hey, and the winner is... And the winner, Glenn Close for Dangerous Liaison. And the Weasel comes through. The Weasel is understandably nervous. Glenn, of course, couldn't be here tonight. She's at home recharging the battery in her dustbuster. But here, to accept the award for her is her very good friend, Mr. Tony Danza.
I know Glenn has a special place in mind for this trophy, but I think it's going to bend the whiskers. Thank you, Johnny, and thank you, Weasel.
Well, thank you, Tony. Tony Danza, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to mention that besides the tremendous honor, Ms. Close will also receive tonight a beautiful stole made from tonight's judge. Moving right along. The nominees for Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role are Gene Hackman, Tom Hanks, Dustin Hoffman, Edward James Olmos, and Max von Sydow. Right now, the tension is so thick you could whack it with a broom. And the winner is Release the Weasel. Here comes the Weasel again, folks, down the ramp. Every young actor learning his craft, and right away, the Weasel. The winner, Dustin Hoffman for Rain Man. Apparently, Dustin is stuck in traffic. He happens to be in Monaco, but he's stuck in traffic. And here to accept the award for him is his very good friend, Mr. Tony Danza.
Oh, what a night. Mr. Hoffman asked me to say, he likes me. The Weasel really likes me. I'm sure my good friend Dustin will treasure this until he gets it appraised. Thank you.
And thank you, Tony. Thanks again, Tony. I know that comes from the heart. Now, the moment everybody has been waiting for, we call it Best Picture. The Weasel calls it dessert. The nominees for Best Picture are The Accidental Tourist, Dangerous Liaisons, Mississippi Burning, Rain Man, and Working Girl. Lenore, get ready to whack. And the winner is Release the Weasel. Here comes the Weasel again for the third time. If only Cecil B. DeMille could have lived to see this. And the Weasel, folks, how can I tell you? Rain Man, produced by Mark Johnson. What can I tell you? Never have so few sniffed so much for so little. It's hard to believe that 3 years ago, Rain Man was only an idea in the screenwriter's mind, and now it's chow in a large rodent's esophagus. Mr. Johnson could not be here tonight. We didn't know why. We sent him his Eastern Airline tickets a month ago. But accepting for him is his very, very close friend and confidant, Mr. Tony Danza.
It's incredible. I mean, words fail me, just like my English teacher. How do you sum up a movie like Rain Man? I mean, well, it's about two guys in a car. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, That's it for this year. We had 28 other awards, but we've run out of time, and frankly, the weasel is bloated. Our congratulations to the winners, and remember, folks, there are no losers. It's just an honor to have the weasel sniff your bowl. Speaking for the lovely Lenore, this is Johnny Carson saying good night till next year.
While in Hollywood, some of our guests stay in a gopher hole at the side of the San Diego freeway.
It's all yours.
Oh. Grapefruit juice?
No, Ocean Spray Pink Grapefruit Juice Cocktail. It's not what you think.
What do I think?
You think it's bitter.
So I was wrong. It's not bitter. It's sweeter.
Refreshing?
That too.
It's all yours.
Ocean Spray Pink. It's not what you think.
Introducing the new Sidekick from Suzuki. Available with everything you want in a rugged four-wheel drive. Like cruise control, a cushy ride, power windows, power steering, yeah. Plus automatic transmission, fuel-injected 1.6-liter engine. The new Sidekick. A jewel on the road, a diamond in the rough, yeah. Expensive? Nah. And now you can even get $1,000 cash back on selected new Sidekicks.
Thank you. Okay. I can enjoy these next two people. We have had something like this on the show before because we have found that cowboy poetry readings have become a very popular pastime. And there are a lot of people across the country who write and perform their own poems at events all over the country. We have two poets here tonight. Rodney Nelson is a rancher from North Dakota, and Kay Kelly has spent a good part of her life cowboying in New Mexico. Would you welcome Rodney Nelson and Kay Kelly? Welcome. It's nice to have both of you here tonight.
Thank you.
We haven't had a chance to talk. Did I say, Kay, is cowboying, I know I call Rodney a cowboy. Is that the proper term for, you don't say cow person, do you, because you're a woman, or cowgirl, or what?
You could use cowboying for doing it.
Yeah.
It was traditionally mostly a man's occupation.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of ranch women and cowgirls all across the country that are working right alongside the men.
So
and they're
actually you do
getting the job done.
cowboying, and it's all right to use that term, whether it's a male or female, right?
Yeah, they won't be offended by
Yeah.
it.
We had one of the top female jockey in the world on the show the other night. I don't know if you saw it. Her name is Julie Crone. Yeah, and she said it takes a great deal of strength to handle horses. Now, you break horses, do you? And you ride them in rodeos?
No, mostly horse showing and
Horse showing?
cutting and reining events.
Yeah. Does that take a great deal of strength?
It can. It depends a lot on the colt. And being 5'2", I'm not big enough to really ride a horse as well as a man that's a real powerful bucker.
Yeah.
But so I have to rely more on trying to be smarter than the horse and getting them pretty well broke on the
Our
ground.
horse is very bright. Now, be honest.
You bet. They've got a real good memory.
Yeah.
And so that's when if you ever get one spoiled, it's hard to change them later
Yeah.
on. If you can get one started right, it's a lot easier.
Rodney, you remind me of, do you get this? You remind me of somebody.
Well, everyone has their own claim to fame.
Yeah.
Though some of us can't claim a whole lot, no. I can't ride like Brad Germanson or rope like Phil Lyon, and my poetry just isn't that hot.
Yeah.
But they say that I look like a movie star.
You do.
You know that guy with the yellow horse?
Squint the eyes a little bit. You look exactly like...
The women all loved him. He sang like a bird, and he shot all those bad guys, of course. But could a bald-headed Swede really look like a star? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. Now, do you folks think I look like this Roy Rogers guy, or does Roy look a little like
Does that look like Roy Rogers? You do. Roy's got those squinty eyes. You're Swedish, right?
Yeah, I'm half Swede, half Norwegian.
You're from North Dakota?
Right.
I saw a thing on the news this morning. I think it was on NBC, as a matter of fact, that there was a movement in North Dakota to change the